right, I'm gonna make something that I make not often enough. It feels like it should be healthy, mouse, but it probably isn't. I don't know. I'll ask a dietitian when I get one. First, I bought a sandwich. Well, actually, Paul made me a sandwich. We're gonna do a little bit of this. These packages can get unboxed later. Zios, why are you starting filming now? Shouldn't you be prepared before you No! When you're hungry, you're hungry. When I want to make a cooking video, I make a cooking video. I'll unbox that before I leave. Oh, Capital Audio Fest is tomorrow. Put this in here. Actually, I'm gonna put the Carnations evaporated milk in there. I'm gonna have the sandwich soon. I'm also gonna have some more of this soup. Which makes good soup. You know what that chicken noodle soup needs though? It needs cheese. And I run out of Romano cheese, like the bag I get from Costco. So now I'm gonna pull this bitch out. Take a plate. This is my really good block of Italian cheese. Which makes your hands greasy. Look at my sink, it's wonderful. I gotta do dishes before I leave. What I'm actually gonna do is take this tomato and show you how to make this tomato better than you've ever had a fucking tomato. Because everyone's like, I like tomato. Oh yeah? How do you like tomato? Fucking tell me. Because you're wrong. I'm gonna show you how you like tomato. Give it a rinse. We're gonna eat this tomato. It's gonna be delicious. It's a little bit stiff, but I actually prefer that. And since again, Capital Audio Fest is tomorrow, and the next day, this will be rotted by the time I get back. So, when your knife don't cut it, literally, when your knife doesn't cut it, that corner, give a little poke, and then drive it down. So, we don't want to make these too thick. I prefer them a little bit thinner. You can see some of the seeds have started to like take root because this has been here a bit. So we're gonna deal with those in a bit. Slice and dice and thrice. How many can we get out of this is the question. Don't cut your fingertips off either. That's cooking 101. Some of these seeds are just like, that's a little plant now. That is not a seed. That has leaves on it. So any of the ones that look like that, you just want to rinse off. The seeds are starting to like escape. We don't need those. Those are not good eats. Just give them. How to deal with old tomatoes with Zios. See, it gets rid of all those loose seeds, the darker colored seeds that are loose. Tomato's still fucking fresh. We're just making sure it's damn edible. Oh yeah, give both sides. All right. Wipe the extra seeds off of here. This is what we're doing. We're going to broil these slices of tomato covered in Romano or Parmesan cheese. I prefer Romano, which is goat cheese. Parmesan cheese is apparently cow cheese. I didn't know these things. I didn't know that was the actual difference. I thought one was just stronger than the other. But apparently, that's the actual secret. It's one's goat, one's cow. Take this out of your toaster oven. I do this in my toaster oven because I have one. If you don't have a toaster oven, it's very hard to do this in your toaster oven. You can do this just under your regular broiler. In fact, you could use a bigger pan than I'm using. Shiny side is a sticky side. Dull side is the non-stick side. So here's what's happening. Spritz this with some oil. You could just do olive oil or something. I just want to make sure nothing sticks. I have that olive oil. I've got this olive oil. Tuscan. I should be able to get away with what I have left in this. And I'm a sadist, so we're gonna use a little bit of my sriracha oil, or spiced oil. Let me check to see what the pasta said.
Oh no, I have a delivery.
Hopefully it's not a 6-pound baby boy. Actually, 6 pounds is light. So here's what we're doing. Spritz that. And all right, I'm going all out. I'm going all out. I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you everything. A little bit of salt on this. Oh, I thought she was already walking to the gym. All right, it's fine. Spread this out nice, nice and nice. They can touch. You're not. It's just not that sort of thing like you're baking cookies and they can't touch. They can touch. Try to make it. Just try to make it fit. Stagger them if you have to. See, that's a good piece. That's a little weird piece. Okay. Salt the bottom. Salt the top. You could use regular pepper, or I use the red pepper. I like a spicy thing. Things that are spicy. Now, I would normally have a bag of cheese and just drop bags of cheese onto this. Since I do not, and this is so slippery, oh my god. All the slippery has ever been. All the grease from that cheese and just sitting in a bag for weeks and weeks and weeks. That's a suicide. It's a suicide cutter. Top tip, if you haven't watched my life hacks, keep this thing in the bag with the cheese so you don't have to watch it every time. But now I got a good grip of it. Let's... Oh my god. This is hardened up. There we go. We're going to do this now. If you want to fast forward the episode, feel free to, because I'm going to do this for a while. I'm going to try to take these sharp edges off too, because they make it harder to grate cheese. I feel like there should be a drill attachment. Could someone please tell me in the comments if there is a drill attachment that allows me to do this with cheese? Like a big, it would have to be a cylindrical thing. I know they make like hand grind ones, but I have like 12-volt Bosch stuff that I could probably be doing this on. I don't want to rush this too much to cut my hand open on camera. So I'm probably going to show you what the dealio is right now. This is not enough cheese, but you're just going to get... There, that's enough cheese. You have to make sure when it gets on there that it covers entirely. So, that's heating up. I'm going to pause the camera for a second. Finish grating that cheese, which hurts my hands. I want to scream fuck while I'm doing it. Be right back. This is why I buy the bags from fucking Costco for $11. Because A, it gets all over my table, which most of this table is clean. And B, my hand is killing me. Now, this isn't a great excuse to eat cheese. Spread it around. Look how much I wasted. Oh my god. Get it on there. If you see a little bit too much on one, actually just grab from the gaps between. You don't need it on the gaps between, so just there's plenty of cheese on this cheese board game. That's a little bit too much on that one. Let's get it on this one. Okay, once we have a nice covering. That's a human hair. I don't want that on my food. And I'm the only one living here, so that's my human hair. So now that you've got a nice cheese covering, now it's time to decorate with some oil. Come on, yeah. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. And notice that none of the dishes have gotten done either while I was offline, because I've just been grating fucking cheese. That's actually gotten so hot it's actually turned off, like the element. All right. A little bit of oil. We already did salt. It's already a salty thing. I do a little more red pepper flake. And again, like I said, because sadist, I'm going to take at least a couple of these and just drizzle some of that spicy oil. 6 out of 9 ain't bad. 9? We count. And now you're going to stick these. I had the oven set to bake. As soon as I put them in, and I wish I could put them up higher, but I can't. Let that sit for like a minute, then we're going to switch to broil. Because we really just want to melt the top. We don't want to... The tomatoes, cooked raw tomatoes, great. Oh, I need some cheese for my... I figured I could put my fingers there, and then I could grab this and just do the points. Yay, watch me do more fucking cheese grating, you fucks. I hate grating fucking cheese. This is how Zeos ends up on Amazon, spending $200 on an Italian-made cheese grater. Electric Italian-made cheese grater. Ow. I should have done it in I would have not used a plate. I would have used a big, like, if you're doing this a lot, use a, what's it called, pan. An oven pan. Because everyone's chicken noodle soup needs a little bit of Romano cheese. That's a fucking rule. Make sure the soup is hot enough to melt that cheese. Okay. That's doing its thing. This little piece of tomato. Oh no, what's going to happen to that? Oh god, it ended up in my tomatoes, in my soup. Take you off over there. Dump off my little bits of cheese. Put the hatred back in here. That literally hurt. I need to get another block of it. So it should be softer than that. It's just been in here for fucking months. Months. And depending on the type of cheese and where you get it from and who sells it to you, it might grow mold. You just cut off the outside and keep fucking grinding it. That one did not grow mold. That one literally just made everything greasy. I'd rather take greasy over moldy. That's garbage. That cut up a tomato. These are done. I might as well just go into the full, like, sandwich soup. Great. More things to clean before I leave for DC. And I would normally also have added a lot more cheese in this. Like, this thing will be cloudy with cheese, but we're going to go with just that much. Put my oils back. Spice of oil. Olive oil. I actually do need to fill this. We got some time in there. Oh, look how much cheese. I'm not going to put that cheese. I don't know how clean that part of the thing was. This is like a stain. This is like what you'd get if you followed me on Twitch, where I live stream. Or what's that other one Microsoft put out? That, like, they bought Ninja. They bought themselves a Ninja to watch a Ninja stream. I wonder how many millions. Motherfucking millions. What's up? I'm Ninja, bro. I play games, bro. I'm not into the whole, like, watching streamers play games. Although I have started catching up on Red Letter Media's previously recorded, which ended, unfortunately. Do I have any other oils that I need to use first? Can I pop this Tuscan bitch open? So, this is Kirkland Tuscany. And you could just use this bottle, but I have a system, and it's important that my system be maintained. I think it's better to pour with the spout. Yeah, baby. Gib oil. Oh, this is gonna take fuck forever. About 20% done. Jesus Christ, why are you people watching this? This is the worst. My cousin buys very expensive olive oil now, by the way. Like, very expensive. Like $30 a bottle. He's like, no, it's gotta taste like real Italy. And I'm just like, alright, boy. I too would probably buy the $40 bottle of oil, but I go through so little olive oil, and I'm not one to speak. That fucking sriracha oil that I use costs me $20 to fill that thing up, because the things are individually $10, and then I dump them into that container. Luckily they fit perfectly. I don't have to keep anything on the side. 89, 91, 50, 108. You can't fill up to the very, very top, or else the thing won't go on. So now I take this and I put it there, and now we move on. There we go. So now that's done. This is done. Let's enjoy our soup. Switching this over to broil. Now you leave the door open when you're broiling. I wish it had a higher fucking thing, but it doesn't.
It's snowing. It's snowing. It's snowing. This is technically the first snow. That's very little, but it's snowing.
She's far too Canadian sometimes. I love her. That isn't snow. Those are leaves. Totally leaves. All right. Let's get out my sandwich. Sandwich. See how Paul made this? Paul's a very nice, like, 90-year-old man. 85-year-old man? Oh, baby. He said, since it is Halloween, by the way, this is a Halloween special. Since it is Halloween, he said he gave me a treat. And I'm like, you put a treat in my sandwich? He's like, yeah, more meat. And I'm like, oh, Paul, I love you. I'm going to take a bite of this now. He cuts the sweet onion so thin. He said, do you want mayo or oil? I'm like, which one do you like? He's like, I don't use mayo. I'm like, all right, I'll do mayo. The oil then. You mayo? I'll put both. So I'm like, all right, I'm not going to argue with that. So I got soup, I got sandwich. Get my knife. Just waiting on my appetizers. Or hors d'oeuvres. I think I might have washed my, my rag washed? No? Oh well. Why don't I use my glove? Ah, shut up. Now you're starting to get, like you can see the melty cheese is all melty. We get that up really close to the broiler. Hold it by hand. I need to put pegs in. I could put pegs in if I put it real high. Can I balance that? Oh, like a boss. The odds of that staying are very, very low. Do not attempt to use your oven other than the way it was intended. And if that falls, don't try to catch it, because that's going to suck. Oh, but yeah, baby. I love cooking while eating. It's the greatest thing. Get it right up there. I could do this legitimately with my blowtorch too. Put this down. Since I am leaving for the weekend, unplug this because Pasta's friend, her whole house burned down from a toaster. Just sitting there, decided to burn her house down. So unplug your appliances. She said it's snowing. She would know. These are very big chunks of celery. I would definitely add more cheese, but I don't have the hand strength. Now this, I would definitely let cool the fuck down before I pull it out of the pan and ate it. But you people are watching me live. I can't edit or anything. It's just like, this is perfectly fine. Just take out a little plate. And of course the animal in me would just leave this in the pan and eat it out of there. You basically, you don't want to try to cook the tomato too much. You want the tomato to have some structure. And you could brown this more, like the actual cheesy bits. But for the purposes of demonstration, I'm just here to show you. Now the final touch, which I could have done before, is I actually have Italian seasoning in a grinder. I'm just going to give a little bit of, just a little bit, just to give it, I'm not a huge fan of Italian seasoning on most things. But this is like the most Italian dish I've ever made in this channel. So you should respect it. Where's my phone? If you join the Cooking Consortium's Patreon, you get into the, for $5 you get into the private Telegram chat, which has always been a thing. And one of the inspirations for making the private Telegram chat for my Patreon, for my other Patreon, I will share this lovely food with you. Yeah, you gotta get that close up. Picture secrets is the close up, like the zoomed in, down low angle. Everybody likes that shit. They want to see the textures. They don't want to see like, here's meal. No, they want to see what it'd be like if their face was in that meal. So let's see. We got the overall there. And then let's smash them with the close-up high texture stuff. Boom! Fucking boom. Look at those tomatoes. They look so good. They look better in real life. That is so hot. I may have to come back and show you what these taste like. Hold on. Mmm. You know what? A little bit of salt. A little more salt. Because I went light on the cheese. I'd normally go heavier on the cheese. Like you wouldn't be able to see anything. Since I went light on the cheese, you got to put a little bit extra salt on there. And this is a perfect meal. I'll usually just eat this if I'm hungry. Like, oh, I have a tomato and I have cheese. Grated cheese in a bag is just so much easier. You just dump it on there. So at least I had to hurt my hands with this one. Like, ow. Like, literally, ow. And you get it hot. Look, it's still structural. You don't want it to be a puddle of tomato. That's all for today. Thank you for stopping by. Maybe I'll eat a sandwich and make something else in the future, because that's the best way to do it. You will always rush your food if you're hungry when you're making it. So either start making food before you're hungry, which makes you feel like a fat ass, but your food will come out better, or have a sandwich while you're making your food, which will make you feel like a fat ass. Fat ass.